Why are you still stuck? Seriously, stop and think about that for a second. You've watched hundreds of videos. You've read the books. You know what you should be doing. So why haven't you done it? Here's what's actually happening. You're carrying around beliefs that are destroying you from the inside. And the crazy part? You have no idea they're even there. Right now, there's a version of you that could exist. A version that has the skills you want, lives the life you dream about. But between current you and future you, there's a wall, and you built that wall yourself, brick by brick, with beliefs that feel true but are actually lies. Machiavelli once said, "The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions." Let me guess, you've told yourself at least one of these this week. I'm just not good at that. It's too late for me to start. That's not who I am. I need to wait until I'm ready. Sound familiar? Those aren't facts. Those are excuses dressed up as wisdom, and they're costing you years of your life. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The person holding you back isn't your circumstances. It's not bad luck. It's not other people. It's you. More specifically, it's the stories you believe about yourself. And the worst part? You're defending these stories, fighting for them, treating them like sacred truths when they're really just comfortable lies that keep you safe and small. Today, we're going to expose the exact beliefs that are destroying your growth. We're going to show you how your brain has been sabotaging you, and we're going to give you the tools to break free. But I need to warn you, this is going to hurt. Growth always does. Most people will watch this, agree with everything, then go right back to their cage. Don't be that person. If you're serious about breaking free from the beliefs holding you back, drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose truth over comfort. The psychology of blind beliefs. Your brain is a filter. And right now, it's showing you a version of reality that confirms everything you already believe. This is confirmation bias. Your brain collects evidence for what you think is true and ignores everything else. You think you're bad at learning languages? Your brain remembers every time you forgot a word. It erases the times you learned something quickly. It doesn't count the vocabulary you already know, just the failures. Because failures prove your story. You believe you're not creative. Your brain highlights boring ideas. It forgets every time you solved a problem in a unique way. Every moment of originality gets deleted because it doesn't match your identity. This is why people stay stuck for decades. They're not seeing reality. They're seeing an edited version that confirms their limitations. Then there's optimism bias, the opposite problem. You think bad things happen to other people, not you. I don't need to save. Things work out. Then an emergency hits. I don't need new skills. I'm secure. Then layoffs happen. I don't need to prepare. I'll be fine. Then you're not. You act like you're exempt from consequences. Reality doesn't care. It keeps moving whether you're ready or not. Here's a painful one, the Dunning-Kruger effect. A little knowledge makes you think you're an expert. 3 articles, and suddenly you know everything. One small win, and you think you've cracked the code. This kills learning. Why study deeper if you think you already know it? Why practice correctly if you believe you're doing it right? Why ask for help if you think you're already there? People spend years being confidently wrong, making the same mistakes repeatedly, certain they know better, ignoring advice from people who've actually succeeded because their ego can't handle being a beginner. Finally, belief perseverance. Even when reality proves you wrong, you hold on anyway. You twist facts, make excuses, find rare exceptions, and pretend they're the rule. Mental gymnastics to avoid admitting you were wrong. Because being wrong feels like losing, so you keep losing in reality to win the argument with yourself. Your brain isn't trying to hurt you, it's protecting you from discomfort. But what protects you from discomfort also prevents growth. Costly blind beliefs in personal growth. Let's get specific. These beliefs are destroying your potential right now. Number 1. I'm either talented or I'm not. This belief has killed more dreams than anything else. You see someone good at something and assume they were born that way. They're naturally gifted. I could never do that. Some people have it, some don't. Lies. Convenient lies that let you off the hook. That person you think is naturally talented. They practiced while you scrolled. They failed 100 times while you were too scared to fail once. They kept going when it got hard, while you quit at the first obstacle. You see the result, not the years of struggle that built it. So you invent a story about talent. Think about anything you're good at now. You weren't born knowing it. You couldn't do it at first. Through repetition, mistakes, and practice, you improved. That's how everything works. But somewhere you decided some skills are different. I'm not good with technology. I'm not athletic. I'm not artistic. Based on what? A few bad experiences. Someone who said that once? Fear dressed up as fact. Every skill can be learned, but only if you stop using talent as an excuse. Machiavelli once said, "Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great." The wise man does at once what the fool does eventually. Eventually, everyone realizes talent is built, not born. How many years will you waste believing otherwise? The cost? Every version of yourself you never became. Every opportunity you passed because you weren't that type of person. Every dream you killed before it started. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am always growing. Number 2. Success should come easily. Social media shows highlights, perfect moments, breakthrough wins, not the years of grinding nobody saw. You start something new. Try for a few weeks, maybe months. It's hard. Progress is slow. Your brain whispers, maybe this isn't for you. You quit. Then watch someone else succeed and think, they had something I didn't. Not. They just didn't quit when it got hard. Every person you admire failed more times than you've tried. That author. Rejected dozens of times. That athlete. Cut from teams. Injured, doubted. That creator. Posted for years before anyone noticed. You don't see that part. So you think their success came easy. When yours doesn't, you assume something's wrong. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. When you're truly committed, obstacles become challenges, not stop signs. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves." But we've been taught that the right path should feel easy. That's backwards. The right path is usually hard. Easy means comfortable. Comfortable means no growth. No growth means you stay exactly where you are. Think about everyone who quit learning an instrument after 3 months. Everyone who abandoned fitness goals after setbacks. Everyone who gave up right before their breakthrough. Difficulty isn't a sign you're failing. It's proof you're growing. Anything worth achieving will be hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it, and it wouldn't be valuable. The cost? You quit right before the compound effect kicks in. You stop right before your breakthrough. You abandon the path inches before it opens up. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Difficult means I'm growing. Number 3. I'll do it when I'm ready. This is fear in disguise. I'm not ready yet means I'm scared. You'll never feel completely ready. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait forever. Think about any major change you've made. Were you really ready? Or did you just start and figure it out? That's how everything works. You start before you're ready. You learn by doing. You get better by doing it badly until you don't. But people waste years preparing, reading about things they never do, planning for action they never take, waiting for perfect moments that never arrive. Stop deceiving yourself. You're not waiting to be ready. You're waiting to feel safe. Growth never feels completely safe. Someone wanted to start creating content. They waited 2 years. I need to learn more. I need better equipment. I need clarity first. Meanwhile, people who started with phone cameras and unclear ideas built massive audiences. By the time they started, they were 2 years behind. All that preparation didn't make them better. It made them later. And the flip side, it's too late for me. People in their 30s think they're old. People in their 40s think they missed their window. Insane. People have started new careers, learned new skills, and built incredible things at every age. Age isn't the barrier. Your belief about age is. The cost, years of potential wasted. Dreams deferred until they die. The haunting regret of knowing you let fear make all your decisions. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I start now, imperfectly. Number 4. I already know enough. This belief kills growth faster than almost anything. You learn something, get comfortable, stop being curious. Slowly, quietly, the world moves past you. This happens especially after some success. You achieved something once, so you think you figured it out. You stop reading, stop learning, stop adapting. Then wonder why things suddenly aren't working. The world changes constantly. What worked 5 years ago doesn't work today. Skills that were valuable are becoming obsolete. If you're not learning constantly, you're falling behind constantly. But learning feels like admitting you don't know something. For people with egos, that feels like weakness, so they pretend. Avoid situations where they might look foolish. Defend outdated knowledge instead of updating it. Your growth is determined by your willingness to learn from people who know more than you. But pride gets in the way. People would rather fail confidently than succeed humbly. Then there's the opposite trap, analysis paralysis. I need to learn everything before I start. Consuming information endlessly but never applying anything. Reading 50 books but never practicing. Watching hundreds of videos but never taking action. Information without application is just entertainment. You don't need to know everything. You need to know enough to take the next step. Take that step. Learn from what happens and repeat. Both versions keep you stuck. Either you think you know everything and stop learning, or you think you need to know everything and never start. Either way, you're not moving forward. The cost? Years of stagnation disguised as wisdom, or paralysis disguised as preparation. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I learn and do. Number 5. I should figure this out alone. This might be the most expensive belief on this list. The idea that asking for help is weakness, that you should solve everything yourself, that needing guidance means you're not capable. This is ego destroying your progress. Every successful person has learned from others, every single one. Show me someone who achieved something significant alone, and I'll show you someone lying about the help they got. But we worship the self-made myth. We celebrate independence and solo achievement, except that doesn't exist. Behind every accomplishment is a network of people who helped, taught, advised, or supported. Think about anything you're good at. Someone taught you. A teacher, a parent, a book, a video, a friend. You didn't invent that knowledge. You learned from people who already figured it out. So why do you think you need to figure everything else out alone? Learning from people who've already done what you want to do isn't cheating. It's intelligent. Someone spent 2 years struggling with something a mentor taught them in 2 months. 2 years of frustration, slow progress. Why? Pride. They thought asking for help meant they weren't capable. When they finally found someone to learn from, they made more progress in 3 months than in 2 years. Not because they got smarter, because they stopped reinventing wheels. The cost: years of unnecessary struggle, mistakes that could have been avoided, progress that could have been exponential instead of painfully slow. And here's the interesting part. Most successful people want to help. They want to share what they learned. But you have to be humble enough to ask. Most people are too proud. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I seek wisdom freely. The strategic approach to self-awareness. Now let's talk about breaking these patterns. This requires brutal honesty with yourself. See reality as it is. Stop lying to yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop softening everything. Look at your life with clear eyes. Are you working as hard as you think? Or are you busy without being productive? Are you trying your best? Or going through the motions while distractions pull you away? Are your skills as good as you believe? Or did you plateau years ago and coast ever since? Are you facing bad luck? Or making poor choices and blaming circumstances? This isn't about being cruel, it's about being accurate. You can't fix problems you won't acknowledge. You can't improve at things you think you're already great at. You can't change patterns you refuse to see. Look at your results, not your intentions, not your effort. Your actual results. Results don't lie. Results don't care about your story. Results show exactly where you are. If you've been trying to get in shape for 5 years with no progress, something about your approach is wrong. If you've been trying to build a skill for months with no improvement, you're practicing incorrectly. If you've been stuck at the same level for years, your strategy isn't working. This is liberating. When you see reality clearly, you can change it. When you're lying to yourself, you just spin in circles, confused about why nothing improves. Judge yourself by results, not intentions. Your intentions mean nothing. Your effort means nothing. Only results matter. Sounds harsh, but here's the truth. If you're trying hard but getting nowhere, your strategy is wrong. That's it. Trying harder at the wrong strategy wastes time faster. If you're driving the wrong direction, does speed matter? Not. You're still going the wrong way. People waste years doing things that don't work because they focus on effort instead of outcomes. They work long hours on ineffective things. They practice skills incorrectly for months. They apply methods that stopped working years ago. Stop asking, am I trying hard enough? Start asking, is my method working? If it's not, change it immediately. This is how you improve. Not by working harder at wrong things, by finding what works and doing more of that. Adapt or stay stuck. Your identity isn't fixed. Stop pretending it is. People say, that's just who I am, like it's permanent. I'm not a morning person. I'm shy. I'm disorganized. I'm not creative. These aren't facts. These are habits you keep repeating. Every time you repeat them, you make them more real. Reality. You're whoever you practice being. Want to be a morning person? Wake up early consistently. Want to be confident? Act confident even when you don't feel it. Want to be organized? Organize things daily. Your brain doesn't know the difference between who you are and who you're practicing to be. It just sees patterns and makes them automatic. But this requires giving up the comfort of a fixed identity. It requires admitting the person you've been isn't the person you need to become. Whoever desires constant success must change their conduct with the times. The world changes. You must change with it. The person who got you here won't get you there. What identity is holding you back? What label have you given yourself that's really just an excuse to stay comfortable? The cost of rigid identity. You stay who you've always been, which means you stay where you've always been, forever. Protect your time and energy. Not everything deserves your time. Not everyone deserves your energy. Learning to say no is critical. People think being good means saying yes to everything. Wrong. Saying yes to everything means saying no to your own growth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your growth, you're saying no to something that could. Every hour spent on things that don't matter is an hour you can't spend on things that do. This isn't selfish. This is strategic. You can't reach your potential if you're constantly distracted by things that don't move you forward. Protecting your growth requires the courage to disappoint people, set boundaries, and prioritize yourself. People might call this selfish. Let them. Your growth benefits everyone around you when you achieve it. Your stagnation helps nobody. Cut the time wasters, the energy drainers, the obligations you only keep out of guilt. This doesn't mean being unkind. It means being intentional. The cost of not doing this? You spend your whole life helping everyone else while your own potential dies unused. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My growth matters. Practical strategies for breaking blind beliefs. Knowing this changes nothing if you don't apply it. Here are the exact strategies to use starting today. Number 1. The weekly audit. Every week, ask yourself 3 questions. What beliefs drove my decisions this week? What evidence do I have that these beliefs are true? Did these beliefs help my progress or hurt it? Write the answers down. Be honest. You'll start seeing patterns. You'll notice which beliefs keep showing up and which ones keep sabotaging you. This isn't complicated. It's consistent self-awareness. Most people never do this. They repeat the same patterns unconsciously for decades. Number 2. The opposite exercise. Take your strongest belief about yourself. Now argue the opposite. I'm not creative. Find evidence that contradicts this. Times you solved problems in unique ways. Moments when you expressed yourself differently. Ideas you've had that others didn't. I struggle with learning new things. Find evidence against this. Skills you've learned successfully. Times when you picked up something quickly. Areas where you've improved dramatically. This feels uncomfortable because your brain hates contradicting itself. Good. That discomfort is where growth happens. Do this weekly with different beliefs. You'll see how selective your memory has been, how you've been building a case for limitations that aren't even real. Number 3. Track everything. What gets measured gets improved. Start tracking your actual behavior, not your intended behavior. Think you work hard? Track your productive hours. You'll be shocked at how much time disappears into distractions. Think you're consistent? Track your habits daily. You'll see where you're inconsistent. Think you practice enough? Track your practice sessions for a week. Reality might surprise you. Data destroys delusion. When you see real numbers, you can't lie to yourself anymore. That's exactly what you need. Number 4, demand evidence. Your beliefs need proof. Real proof. Not feelings, not assumptions. Evidence. I'm not good at learning new things. Where's your evidence? What have you tried to learn? How long did you stick with it? What methods did you use? Most limiting beliefs crumble under basic questioning. They're not based on facts. They're based on 1 or 2 experiences you've blown up into an identity. Challenge every belief that's holding you back. Make it prove itself with real evidence. If it can't, throw it out. Number 5. Get outside perspective. Your view of yourself is biased. Always. You need outside eyes. Find someone who will tell you the truth. Not someone who just tells you what you want to hear. Someone who cares enough to be honest. Ask them, "What's one thing I believe about myself that you think is wrong?" Listen to their answer. Don't defend, don't explain, just listen. This is painful. Your ego will hate it. But your ego is what got you stuck in the first place. Sometimes you need to break promises to yourself. Those old promises about who you are and what you can't do. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Truth guides me forward. Number 6. Challenge one belief. This week, pick one limiting belief, just one. Then, do something this week that directly contradicts it. Believe you're not creative. Create something, anything, a drawing, a story, a solution to a problem. Doesn't matter if it's good, just create. Believe you're not athletic. Move your body intentionally for 20 minutes. Take a walk, do some push-ups, stretch, just move. Believe you can't learn new technology. Pick one new app or tool and spend 30 minutes learning it. Watch a tutorial. Play around. Just try. You're not trying to become an expert. You're trying to prove to yourself that your belief might be wrong. One small action that plants doubt in your limitation. Do this every week with different beliefs. Watch what happens. You'll start seeing that most of your limitations are just stories you've been telling yourself. Number 7. The 5-year test. Here's a powerful question. If you keep believing what you currently believe for the next 5 years, where will you be? Seriously. Stop and think about that. If you keep believing, "I'm not creative" for 5 more years, will you ever express yourself? If you keep believing, "I'm too old to start" for 5 more years, how much older will you be when you finally try? If you keep believing, "I should figure this out alone" for 5 more years, how much time will you waste? Your beliefs today create your reality tomorrow. And 5 years from now is going to come whether you change or not. The question is, will you be in the same place or will you have grown? Write this down. In 5 years, I will either regret not changing today or I'll be grateful that I did. Which side of that sentence do you want to be on? Number 8. Find proof of possibility. For every limiting belief you have, find someone who proves it wrong. "I'm too old to learn that." Find someone older who learned it. People like me don't do that. Find someone with your background who did it. "I don't have the talent." Find someone who started with less and succeeded anyway. The proof is out there. The question is, are you looking for it, or are you only looking for evidence that confirms your limitations? Start actively seeking examples of people who broke through the exact belief that's holding you back. Follow them, study them, learn from them. Let their existence prove to you that your belief is a lie. Number 9. Reframe your internal language. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Your internal language creates your reality. Stop saying, "I can't." Start saying, "I haven't learned how yet." Stop saying, "I'm not good at this." Start saying, "I'm still developing this skill." Stop saying, "This is impossible." Start saying, "This is challenging and I'll figure it out." These aren't just positive affirmations. These are accurate statements. "I can't" is a permanent statement. "I haven't learned how yet" is temporary and solvable. Your brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. So stop telling it lies about your limitations. Start telling it the truth about your potential. Number 10. Create a belief inventory. Take 30 minutes this week and write down every belief you have about yourself. Everything. The good, the bad, the neutral. Then go through each one and ask, is this belief serving me or limiting me? Where did this belief come from? What evidence do I have that it's true? What evidence exists that it might be false? You'll be shocked at how many of your beliefs are inherited. From parents, from teachers, from one bad experience years ago, from society, from fear. Most of your limiting beliefs aren't even yours. You just accepted them without questioning. Time to question everything. We've exposed how your brain tricks you through confirmation bias, optimism bias, the Dunning-Kruger effect, and belief perseverance. We've torn apart the costly beliefs about talent, ease of success, timing, knowledge, and independence that keep people stuck for years. We've shown you how to see reality clearly, judge yourself by results, adapt your identity, and protect your time and energy. And we've given you 10 practical strategies to break these patterns starting immediately. But here's the brutal truth. Knowing this changes nothing. Only applying it changes everything. So here's what happens next. Right now, before you click away, identify one blind belief that's been holding you back. Just one. Write it down. Then write down one specific action you'll take this week to challenge that belief. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, this week. Because the cost of waiting is another week, month, or year stuck in the same place. You've already paid that price for too long. The most dangerous person isn't someone who lacks knowledge. It's someone who's certain they already have all the answers. Your growth starts the moment you question what you're sure about. If this video challenged you, if it made you uncomfortable in the right way, hit that like button right now. It helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. Share it with someone who's stuck and doesn't know why. Subscribe if you want more honest truth about real growth. Drop in the comments which blind belief you're going to challenge this week. Tell me what you're working on. I read every single comment. Drop this final affirmation. I choose growth daily. Your potential isn't dead. It's just buried under beliefs that aren't even true. The question is, are you finally ready to dig it out? Thanks for watching.